Dusk descends, shadows lengthen, fear takes hold. A small town, once an idyllic portrait of American life, becomes consumed by an unspeakable horror. Their nightmare? A cunning predator stalking their streets, a phantom preying on the innocent. This is the story of Killer's Name, one of America's most dangerous serial killers. Every monster begins as a human. What twisted path led Killer's Name down this dark road? Was it the neglect of a broken home or the simmering rage of childhood trauma? Experts analyzing his early life point to specific details about the killer's childhood. These formative experiences, while not excusing his actions, offer a glimpse into the creation of a monster. The first victim vanished without a trace. Then another. Panic gripped the town as whispers of a serial killer spread like wildfire. Detailed account of two of the earliest murders, focusing on the fear and the victims' lives before the tragedy. Their stories, forever etched in the town's memory, serve as a chilling reminder of the killer's ruthlessness. A desperate race against time began. Law enforcement, overwhelmed and under immense pressure, faced a cunning adversary. Every dead end, every false lead, only intensified the pressure. The killer, a ghost in the night, seemed to vanish without a trace, leaving behind little more than fear and unanswered questions. Hope arrived in the form of a seemingly insignificant clue, a detail so small it could have easily been overlooked. It was a single fiber, a faint shoe print, or perhaps a smudge on a dusty floor. To the untrained eye, it was nothing more than a speck in the chaos. But to the investigators, it was a whisper of a story waiting to be told, a thread that could unravel the mystery. This first piece of physical evidence, though modest, proved to be crucial to the case. It was carefully collected, sealed, and catalogued, its significance not yet fully understood. But in the hands of skilled forensic experts, even the smallest detail can speak volumes. Every fiber, every fragment, every overlooked object has the potential to hold the key to the truth. And this one, as unassuming as it seemed, was no exception. It was like, well, a tiny crack in the facade, offering a glimpse into the truth. A fracture in the carefully constructed lies that had obscured the path forward. The evidence, though small, was a beacon, guiding the team through the darkness. It was a reminder that even the most intricate deceptions can be undone by the smallest of details. This breakthrough, however small, breathed new life into the investigation. It reignited a sense of purpose among the team, a renewed determination to uncover the truth. The detectives pored over the evidence, connecting dots, forming theories, and chasing leads. Each step forward, no matter how incremental, brought them closer to the answers they sought. Could this be the key to unmasking the monster who had haunted their town for so long? The thought lingered in their minds, a mix of hope and dread. The shadowy figure that had eluded them for so long now seemed within reach. But with every step closer, the stakes grew higher and the weight of the investigation pressed heavier on their shoulders. The question lingered, heavy and full of possibility. Could this small clue, this tiny fragment of evidence, be the thread that unravels the entire tapestry of lies? The team knew the road ahead would be long and fraught with challenges, but for the first time in weeks, they felt a glimmer of hope. The first clues had emerged, and with them, the promise of answers. Section 6. The mask slips, unraveling the killer's web. In the dimly lit offices of the investigative team, a sense of urgency filled the air. The case had grown colder with each passing day, but the determination to uncover the truth burned brighter than ever. Meticulous detective work began to connect the dots. Every photograph, every document, every map was scrutinized with unwavering focus. The team worked tirelessly, piecing together fragments of evidence that seemed unrelated at first glance but began to form a chilling picture. The killer's pattern, once shrouded in darkness, started to emerge. A methodical and calculated approach became evident, revealing a predator who thrived on manipulation and control. The blurred photo of the suspect on the evidence board seemed to taunt the investigators, a shadowy figure who had eluded capture for far too long. Through painstaking analysis, investigators uncovered how the killer carefully chose victims, exploiting vulnerabilities to avoid detection. Each victim's profile told a story of trust betrayed and lives shattered. The crime scenes, meticulously combed for clues, began to yield secrets that had been hidden in plain sight. Additionally, a forensic breakthrough revealed a unique trace left at multiple crime scenes, solidifying the connection. This trace, invisible to the naked eye, became the key to unraveling the killer's web. The forensic team worked around the clock, matching DNA samples and analyzing microscopic evidence that would ultimately expose the truth. The net was closing in, but would it be in time to save the next victim? The clock was ticking, and every second brought the investigators closer to a confrontation with the unknown. The silhouette of the killer loomed large, a haunting reminder of the stakes at hand. The team knew that failure was not an option, for the lives of countless others depended on their success. Section 7, Justice at Last, Capture and Trial. This chapter delves into the dramatic and emotional culmination of a case that gripped an entire community. It's a story of perseverance, fear, and ultimately, resolution. After what felt like an eternity, the long arm of the law finally caught up with the killer. The arrest was swift but calculated, a result of months of painstaking investigation. Officers moved under the cover of darkness, ensuring the suspect had no chance to escape. The moment was tense, yet it marked the beginning of the end for a nightmare that had haunted so many. The moment of capture was a mix of relief and triumph for law enforcement, who had tirelessly pursued justice. Detectives and officers who had worked around the clock finally saw their efforts pay off. The evidence they had meticulously pieced together had led to this pivotal moment. It was a victory not just for them, but for the principles of justice they had sworn to uphold. For the community, the arrest brought a glimmer of hope. Families who had lived in fear could finally begin to breathe again. Vigils held in memory of the victims turned into gatherings of solidarity and healing. Yet the scars of the past lingered, a reminder of the darkness they had endured. The trial that followed was a media spectacle, captivating the nation with the chilling details of the horrors that had unfolded. The courtroom was packed with reporters, family members, and curious onlookers. Each testimony, each piece of evidence painted a harrowing picture of the killer's actions. The defendant sat emotionless, a stark contrast to the raw emotions displayed by the victims' families. The trial was not just about justice, it was about closure for those who had suffered. Justice was served, but the scars of the killer's actions ran deep. The verdict brought a sense of relief, but it could never undo the pain inflicted. The community, though forever changed, began the slow process of healing. The empty prison cell symbolized the end of the killer's reign of terror, but for many, the memories would remain. This chapter closes with a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring pursuit of justice. Section 8. Scars on the Soul. The Victim's Legacy. The victims' families, forever bound by tragedy, bravely faced the aftermath. Their courage in the face of unimaginable loss is a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit. This is their story, a story of lives cut short, of families shattered, and of a community forever changed. Section 9. Lessons in the Darkness, Prevention and Reflection. In the wake of such darkness, we are left to search for answers. What can we learn from this tragedy? How can we prevent such horrors from happening again? While there are no easy solutions, experts suggest focusing on approaches like mental health awareness, community policing, and strengthening support networks. By understanding the motivations and warning signs, we can strive to create a safer world.